MBN, Malindang Broadcasting Network, the right choice for music best. Radyo, sakto, mahal mo. Diri na tabay, sakto! Taliwala sa atong nasinating ang mga katalakay. Dili pwede pugngan o malangan ang edukasyon sa atong mga kabataan. No stoppage of learning. Education must go on. Maoy hinungdan na namugna kining tulumanon og programa sa pagpalambo sa atong mga kabataan pinaagi sa kahanginan. Deped, Pagadian, Edukasyon sa Kabataan. Deped, Pagadian, Edukasyon sa Kabataan. Usa ka oras nga programa nga mabati matag alas 8 hangtod sa alas 9 sa punta. Lunes hangtod sa adlaw nga Biyernes. Dinhi sa Radyo, Sakto, Pagadian, DXMBFM sa Malindang Broadcasting Network Corporation. Deped, Pagadian, Edukasyon sa Kabataan.
Maayong buntag dakbayan sa Pagadian at daw na usab nga Lunes, February 7.
Yes.
Ano? 2022. Ano ko sa 13 sa punta. And kamo nagapaminaw gihapon sa 104.7 Malindang Broadcasting Network. Kini ato ang programa Deped, Pagadian, Edukasyon sa Kabataan. Again, good morning sa ato ang mga listeners, ilabi na sa ato ang mga pinalanggang mga magtutudlo, mga estudyante, mga ginikanan, ingon man usab ang ato ang staff din ha sa Division Office, gipangunahan sa ato ang SDS, Sir Danny Cordova, o ato ang ASDS, Ma'am Colleen Emoricha. And ato apod isab i-greet no ang ato ang CID Chief, si Ma'am Josa Peralta, ingon man usab ang ato ang SGOD Chief, Sir Isagani Cabajo. Good
Soon
morning
to
sa inyo.
retire tomorrow mo.
Mo retire na si
Yes,
Sir?
yes.
Oh, congratulations. Okay, good morning Sir Dean.
Good morning sa kanimo, Ma'am She. Good morning usab sa ato ang pinalangga nga education program supervisor si Ma'am Mila Araw. Good morning kanimo, Ma'am.
Good morning, Sir Dean. Good morning, Ma'am She.
Okay, good morning usab sa ato ang mga tibuok ka distrito diha sa Division of Pagadian City, District 1 ngadto sa District 14. Ug ato di congratulate ang ato ang mga maestra ug ato ang mga program management team nga malampuson nga nahimo gyud ang ilang trade day nga in service training atong miaging semana as mandated by Deped Order number 21 series of Deped Order 29 series of 2021. Good morning kanyong tanan and welcome diri sa ato ang programa Deped sa Kahanginan.
Yes. Okay, so karon no murag naa na ta sa quarter 3.
Yes, quarter 3 na. Atong kumustahon din ang atong mga recipient schools sa central nakadawat sa mga modules nga gikan sa central office.
Yes.
Kumustahon na to na. Hopefully makat-on gud nila, makuha gud nila ang atong gikinahanglan.
Correct. Laban na pod mga maestra no kay duna na pod kitay mga answer sheets o mga
learning activity sheets.
nga ato ang i-prepare. Okay, Ma'am Mil, ready naman siguro ta sa ato ang lesson karong buntaga no?
Yes, Ma'am She. Karon aduna kitay duha ka very dynamic and competent science teacher discussants, Ma'am She and Sir Dean.
Yes, ma'am.
We have here with us Mr. or Dr. Lee Baracchia from ZSNHS, pero karon na-promote siya to ana siya sa region as policy,
EPS mo sa?
yeah, EPS.
Saan ang iti?
So,
For
Education
policy sa
program,
PP,
supervisor.
PPRD.
Wow,
Policy.
congratulations.
sa research.
Plans and Research
Yes.
Division. Dito na siya.
Wow.
With him is Mr. Kevin John Argones from
Napolan.
Teacher 3 from Napolan National High School. Ang ilahang competency is about explain physical changes in terms of the arrangement and motion of atoms and molecules. So, it is expected na ang ato ang mga estudyante makabalo or maka-explain jud sa physical arrangement sa motion of atoms and molecules. Sir Dean and Ma'am Shi.
Okay, technician, take it away.
Good morning, dear grade 8 students. This is your school on the air for Science 8. We are very happy to be with you as we learn the lesson through the radio. I am your host, Sir Lee Barakia. Good morning, Sir Kevin.
Maayong buntag, Sir Lee.
May buntag, sir. Ready na ka? Mutudlo sa itong mga kabatanunan karong adlaw?
Ready.
Okay, pakita daw mi sa imong energetic nga approach sa pagtudlo sa mga kabatanunan nato karong adlaw.
Magandang buhay!
Wow!
Grade 8 learners.
So ready na si Sir Kevin for our class today. I hope you are all ready to learn now. Before we will start our lesson today, I want you to find a comfortable place. Have you taken your breakfast already? That's good to know. I guess you are all ready to learn the new lesson by doing all the activities set for today. I know that you are all excited. Join me as I introduce to you our active and competent teacher that will teach you the lesson in Science 8. Pairing the title, Particle Nature of Matter, Changes Between Solid and Liquid. Ang atong gwapo o buutan o bright nga teacher, si Sir Kevin John A. Argones from Napulan National High School.
Magandang buhay, our grade 8 learners. I am your teacher, Sir Kevin John Argones. Hey, Keys, what was your previous lesson discussed last week? That's good. Last week, you have learned the particle nature of matter, specifically the phase changes between liquid and gas. Today, let us learn the new lesson under the particle nature of matter. We will focus on the phase changes between solid and liquid. What do you think are the processes involved in the phase changes between solid and liquid? How about Sir Lee?
Changing solid to liquid and changing liquid to solid, sir, no? I guess, sir, I have learned already that lesson sa amuang grade 6 na topic. Wherein ang ice, mahimo siyang tubig. Ang tubig, pwede mo isulod sa freezer, mahimo siyang ice. Is that what you're trying to say, sir?
Yes, partly. But we will answer that question as we go on with our new lesson today. Now, do you have with you your Science 8 Quarter 3 Module 4 with the title Particle Nature of Matter, Phase Change Between Solid and Liquid? That's great! Now, before we will do the activity, let us read first the objective. After listening to this episode, you are expected to explain physical changes in terms of the arrangement and motion of atoms and molecules. So please open your module on page 1 and let us do and answer the activity 1 with the title, Get to Know Me a Little More with Sir Lee.
Yes, thank you, Sir Kevin.
Now,
Excited na kayo maka-learn sa itong lesson karon, Sir Kevin.
wow, I am happy to hear that.
I guess, pareha mi sa mga students na ito karon no, sa kahanginan nga excited na kayo maka-learn about changing phases of matter from solid to liquid and from liquid, mahimo na po siyang solid. Okay, let's go!
Let us try to answer first the first column, item numbers 1, 4, 7, 10, and 13. Now let's do item 1. What is the arrangement of the particles?
The arrangement of the particles. I guess the correct answer is letter B, which is regular. Am I correct, sir?
Yes, that's correct, Sir Lee. How about item number 4? What are the movement of the particles?
The movement of the particles, I guess they are moving or vibrating in a fixed position. Is letter B correct, sir?
Okay, that's also good.
Wow. So, duha na akong correct, sir, ha?
Yes.
1 and 4. Correct na ko.
Yes.
Wow. Nindot ni siya nga lesson, no? Kay dali ra.
Okay, so let's move, Sir Lee. How about item 7? What is the distance between particles?
I guess the correct answer is letter A. Particles sit very closely together. Correct ba ko, sir?
Yes, you got it right, Sir Lee. Now, how about item 10? What is the state of matter that the figure illustrates?
The figure, sir, illustrates a solid. So, ang ako ang answer kay letter A. Sakto, sir?
Yes, that's also correct, Sir Lee.
Wow. Thank you, sir. Nindot kayo ang feeling kung mga correct ko, sir.
Yes, ana jud ang feeling, Sir Lee. How about item 13? What forces hold the particles in the state of matter illustrated?
For me, sir, the forces that hold the particles in the state illustrated, the correct answer for me is letter A. The forces are very strong between them. Correct ba, sir?
Yes, you got it right also, Sir Lee. Now, students, do you have the same answer with Sir Lee? That's good to hear from you. Now, let us do the second column. Items 2, 5, 8, 11, and 14. Are you ready, students?
I guess ready na kayo itong mga estudyante, Sir Kebs. Excited na kayo na maka-learn kaysa yun na kayo itong topic. Solid, may mong liquid, may mong solid. Okay.
Okay, now let's begin with item 2. Now, what is the arrangement of the particles?
Arrangement sa particles. Random ang arrangement. Random, meaning to say, wala siya ka ng specific na order gi-follow. Sakto ba, sir, no?
Yes,
Yeah.
sakto gyud ka, Sir Lee. Kung imong tan-awon sa illustration, wala gyud sila na-arrange og sakto. Now, how about number 5? What are the movement of the particles?
Sa illustration, sir, kinagtuyok-tuyok sila. So, letter C ang correct answer. They move around each other.
Yes, that's also correct, Sir Lee. They move around each other. Now, how about item 8? What is the distance between particles?
Dugol naman kay sila, sir. Diri sa item number 8, ang illustrate kay dugol kayo ang particle. So, my answer should be letter B. The particles sit close together.
Yes, you are also correct, Sir Lee. They are closely sit together. Now, how about item 11? What is the state of matter that the figure illustrates?
Dili kay sila dugol, di po kay sila lagyo. So, among solid, liquid, and gas, this illustration would suggest murag sa tubig. So, liquid ang correct na answer, sir.
Yes, sakto ka, Sir Lee. Dili po kay siya bulag, dili po kaayo close ang mga particles. So, naa siya sa liquid na state. Now, how about the item 14? What forces hold the particles in the state of matter?
Ang force ana, sir, is strong. Kay strong man na ang force nga nagbond sa mga particles together. Strong forces but weaker in the solid. Stronger siya compared to gas. So letter B.
Okay, that's correct, Sir Lee. Good job. Now, do you have the same answer on the second column, student? Oh, that's good. Now, let us do the third and last column, Sir Lee. Let's have items 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. Let's begin with item 3. What is the arrangement of the particles?
Random gyapon yung arrangement, sir. Wala siya specific order nga gi-follow. So
Yes.
random arrangement, correct ba ko, sir?
Yes, correct ka, Sir Lee. Kay kung imong tan-awon ang illustration, so wala sila'y arrangement.
So
na
letter
fixed.
A ang answer.
Yes, that's correct, Sir Lee. How about item 6? What are the movement of the particles?
Mura siya ka nang sulpot. They move quickly in all directions. So letter A.
Yes, your answer is still correct, Sir Lee. So they move quickly in all directions. How about item 9, Sir Lee? What is the distance between particles?
Lagyo siya gamay, sir, compared sa illustration ganiya. So letter C. Far from each other.
Yes, that's good. You are correct, Sir Lee. Ka-bright ba? How about item 12? What is the state of matter that the figure illustrates?
Kay lagyo man siya compared sa liquid. I guess the correct answer, sir, is gas. Pareha ng hangin. Di ba ang hangin kay lagyo man iyang particles compared sa tubig? So letter C, akong answer, gas.
Okay, correct ka, Sir Lee. That's great. How about item 14? What forces hold the particles in the state of matter illustrated?
Ang force sa gas, sir, mas weaker compared sa liquid ug sa solid. So akong answer dre, akong pilion is letter C. Very, very weak forces between the particles. Correct ba ko, sir?
Yes, you are correct, Sir Lee. So you got a perfect score. Now, students, do you have the same answer again on the third and last column with Sir Lee? Okay, so if you have the same answer, students, then you did a great job. I am happy to hear that one. Now, Activity 1 enabled you to know matter a little more with a better picture of view of how the particles are arranged in the three states of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. Knowing about how a liquid changed into a gas from your previous lesson, I am sure that you are ready for the lesson this week. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started by doing the next activity in What's New section. Activity 2. Change is coming. Are you ready, Sir Lee?
Yes, sir. To see change. So change is coming.
Yes.
Let's
change
go.
is coming. Now, before we are going to do the different activities, we need to make sure that we read the given directions. Let us do and answer the activity by answering the process involved for each illustration provided and the arrangement of the molecules representing the phase change. Let's begin. So what process is involved on the first illustration?
The process that is being suggested in this illustration for me is mura siya ka ng ice nga nahimong tubig. So is that melting in English, sir?
Yes, melting in English. So what is melting in Bisaya, Sir Lee?
Melting na lanay. Correct ba ko, sir? Na lanay?
Yes, that is correct, Sir Lee. Now, do you have the same answer with Sir Lee, students? That's great. How about the arrangement of the molecules?
Ang molecules kay walay specific nga pattern, no? Ang movement nila, lagyo-lagyo, bisag asa sila nag-move. So I should say, the arrangement of the molecules is random and they can move around. They can just move in any direction.
Yes, Sir Lee. That's the behavior of the particles in the illustration. Now, students, do you have the same answer again with Sir Lee? Well, that's good. Now, let us do the second illustration. Now, what do you think is the process involved on the second illustration?
Kaning sa second illustration. Sa kanigi suggest ani nga illustration, sir?
Ang tubig
Nahimong solid.
solid.
Sumura siya ka ng tubig nga gibutang nimo sa freezer.
Yes.
Tapos mugahi man na siya inigsulod sa
Yes.
freezer, no? Freezer, freezing akong answer, sir.
Okay, that's the correct word, Sir Lee. So you coined the word freezing from freezer. Wow, what a brilliant idea, Sir Lee. So that is correct. Now, students, do you have the same answer again with Sir Lee? Well, that's great, and I am happy to hear that again. Now, how about the arrangement of the molecules?
Ang arrangement sa molecules sa ice, kay frozen man siya, medyo gahi, tapos compact siya, dayon maklaro nimo ang forma sa ice. So regular iyang shape. Regular yung shape and they are vibrating on a fixed position.
Okay. Yes, Sir Lee, that's good. That's the exact answer. Now, you have learned the two processes involved in the phase change between solid and liquid, and that is melting and freezing. Well done,
so,
kids.
Ang buot ni may pasabot, sir, kung ang solid nga ice, malanay siya, mahimo siyang tubig. We call that one melting in science.
Yes, Sir Lee, that is correct.
Tapos ang bali niya or ang opposite niya is ang tubig, ibutang nimo sa freezer, mahimo mo na siyang ice, di ba?
Yes.
Ang tawagan nga process in science, I should call it freezing. Correct ba ko, sir?
Yes, correct, Sir Lee. You got it right. Now, students, to better understand the phase change between solid and liquid, I will give you 5 minutes to read the What's It section in your module. So please turn your module on page 3.
Activity number 3 naman ni sir, no?
Yes, so before you answer activity number 3, the knowledge check, you need to read first What's It section.
Okay, sir. Akong basahon, sir.
Okay, that's good. 5 minutes is over. Now, you have already learned the two important processes involved in the phase change between solid and liquid. Now, remember that energy is involved in this process. Melting happens when the energy is added and the temperature of the solid reaches its melting point, while freezing happens when energy is removed and the liquid reaches its freezing point. Now, do you want more?
Yes, sir. Gusto na ko ni answeran ni activity number 3, sir. Kaning knowledge check bitaw.
Yes,
Pwede
Sir
na ko
Lee.
ni answeran, sir?
Yes, Sir Lee. So let us answer the knowledge check. What is your answer in item 1, Sir Lee?
Melting akong answer, sir. I should say melting is the process that causes the substance to change from solid, mahimo siyang liquid.
That's correct, Sir Lee. Good job. How about item number 2?
Item number 2, ang tawag sa temperature nga ang solid mahimong liquid, that is melting point, sir. Melting point is the temperature at which is solid is being changed into a liquid. Correct ba ko, sir?
Yes, correct. Naput ka, Sir Lee. Good job. Now, how about item 3?
Freezing point man ni, sir, no?
Yes, freezing point, Sir Lee.
Ang freezing point, opposite siya sa melting point. Freezing point is the temperature at which liquid is changed to a solid.
Yes, that's also correct. How about item 4?
Item number 4, that is freezing. Freezing, sir, is the process where a liquid is changed to solid.
Okay, you got it right, Sir Lee. How about the last item?
Kaning diagram. The phase change diagram or the phase diagram being shown here is actually indicating the changes from solid to liquid to gas using a graph on which the y-axis represents the temperature and the x-axis represents the input of energy.
Okay, you got it right, Sir Lee. So students, do you have the same answer with Sir Lee again? That's good. Now, do you want more? Sir Lee, do you want more?
Yes! Ganahan kay ko. Next activity, what's more section. Pwede na nato ni answeran, sir. Excited na kay ko, sir.
Yes, Sir Lee. So if our students are ready, now let's do the next activity. What's more section?
Kaning the vanishing eyes, sir, no?
Yes, Sir Lee, the vanishing eyes activity number 4. Now, students, I want you to prepare the materials needed like a piece of ice, a bowl, and a timer.
Kinahanglan ko og ice, tapos butanganan sa ice, tapos timer.
Yes. Now, are all the materials ready? That's good. Now, I want you to read the directions. Now, I will give you 7 minutes to do the activity. Don't forget to answer the question. Let's begin. Your 7 minutes starts now. How was the activity going, Sir Lee?
Nindot siya, sir. Daghan kog na learn.
Wow, that's good. Now, let us answer the activity. So, if you learn something, Sir Lee. So, what happens to the ice before 5 minutes?
Kahi siya, sir. The
Oh.
ice is hard.
Okay, that's good. Very good, Sir Lee. How about during?
Ni sugod na og kalanay ang ice, sir.
Hmm?
In English, the ice begins to melt.
Oh, so-
And water is visible around.
Okay, you are right, Sir Lee. How about after 5 minutes?
So the ice slowly disappears and completely turns into a liquid state. So tubig na jud siya.
Oh, wow. That's a good observation. Now, let me ask our students, do you have the same observation with Sir Lee? That's good to hear. Now, how about question number 2? Explain what happens to the particles of water in ice as it turns to liquid.
Ang particles bitaw sa ice, sir, kay ni break apart sila hinahinay, ni bulag siya hinahinay and moves around each other.
Yes, that's correct, Sir Lee. So they slowly break apart and moves around each other. Now, students, do you have the same answer with Sir Lee again? Very good. How about the next question? Explain what will happen to the liquid if it is transferred in a small container and left inside the freezer after a few hours or overnight.
Kasayon, ana, sir, ibutang nimo ang tubig sa freezer, pagkaugma, mo ice na po na siya, sir.
Yes, that's good, Sir Lee. The liquid will turn into solid when transferred to the freezer. Now, students, do you have the same answer with Sir Lee? That's good. Do you like the activity that you have done, Sir Lee?
Yes, sir. Daghan kay kog na-learn, sir.
Okay, I guess our students also are happy doing the activity. So, you are doing a great job today, students. Now, we are almost done with our lesson today. I want you to turn your module to page 7 on the What I Have Learned section. Now, this time, let us do the activity 5, melting away or freezing me up. So before, again, we will do the activity or answer this section, we need to read the directions first.
So mo ni siya ang directions sa activity number 5, sir. Melting away or freezing me up.
Yes.
Okay, akong basahon, sir, ha?
So I guess we are all set. Now let's begin doing the set A. So in activity 4, you observe that after about 15 to 20 minutes, the ice or the solid water on the saucer turned into
Liquid water, sir.
very good. That's correct. The ice cubes which was taken from the freezer is at a
Lower iyahang temperature than the surroundings.
very good. That's correct. Some of the
Heat energy. Correct ba ko, sir? Heat energy nga na sa surroundings.
yes, you're correct, Sir Lee. Some of the heat energy of the surrounding is
Transferred to the water molecules in the ice.
yes, that's correct, Sir Lee. Now let's continue. This
Increases the kinetic energy of the molecules, and as the heat transfer continues,
the particles. What happens, Sir Lee?
it will gain more and more kinetic energy.
Okay, that's correct, Sir Lee. So the molecules.
Will vibrate faster and faster, and at some point would have enough energy to overcome the forces. Correct ba, sir?
Yes, that's correct, Sir Lee. The forces that hold them in their
Fixed places in the solid.
very good. That's correct. Now let's continue. Since the
Molecules
That's correct. So since the molecules vibrate so fast, they
break away.
yes, that's correct, Sir Lee. Break away from their fixed positions. So the
Arrangement of the water molecules
yes, so the arrangement of the water molecules in ice gradually becomes
disorganized.
yes, that's correct, Sir Lee. The word is disorganized, and the solid where the molecules are in fixed positions turns to liquid where the molecules are more
Free to move.
yes, that's correct, Sir Lee. So this change process in which a solid turned into a liquid is called
Melting, sir.
yes, that's correct, Sir Lee. You did a great job. So how about our students? Do you have the same answer with Sir Lee? Good job. I am happy to hear that from you. Now let's do the second set. The set B.
Kaning set B, sir. Okay, sir. Kaning set B.
Yes.
Ang siran tani.
Yes, let's begin. So when liquid is changed to solid, the reverse process is called
Ang pabali sa solid, freezing.
yes,
Freezing.
yes, that's correct, Sir Lee. Freezing happens. Now when water is placed inside the
Freezer.
yes, so when the water is placed inside the freezer where the temperature is lower than the surrounding room temperature, the heat energy is
Removed from it.
yes. So as the liquid particles,
Lose energy.
yes, their movement
Mo slow down. Correct ba, sir? Mo slow
yes,
down.
so it will slow down, Sir Lee. You got it right. So as the movements become slower and slower, the attractive forces between the molecules become
Stronger.
Yes, Sir Lee, that's correct. It becomes stronger. Now, the particles eventually lock into position in the...
Mahimol siyang solid.
Yes, that's correct, Sir Lee. It will become solid. Now, they can no longer...
Move freely.
Yes, so they can no longer move freely and are only able to vibrate in their...
Fixed positions.
Yes, that's correct. Now, the liquid has...
Ni-undergo na siya og solidification.
Yes, that's correct, Sir Lee. So you got all the answers correct. Now, students, do you have the same answer with Sir Lee again? That's good. Now, I am happy that you have come this far. So we are almost done. Now, I am very much thankful that you have accomplished all the given activity in this module. I hope to see you next time for a more exciting lesson. Again, I am your teacher from the School on the Air, Deped Pagadian, Edukasyon sa Kabataan for Grade 8 Science. If you have questions and clarifications, so you can reach us or you can reach your teachers through text messages and Facebook Messenger. Now, I expect that you will do a good job for a short quiz that will be given by our host, Sir Lee Barakia. So, see you next week. Thank you and God bless.
Okay, thank you very much, Sir Kevin. Bright kayo tong teacher for today, no? Sir Kevin John A. Argones from Napulan National School. You have just listened to the discussion on our radio teachers, Sir Kevin John Argones, and of course, I'm your host, Mr. Lee Barakia from Zamboanga del Sur National High School. Ang galing-galing ng mga teachers natin ngayon, no, students? We have just learned that matter undergoes different phase change, like solid to liquid. In a while, we will give you a recap about the discussion today. Did you enjoy the lesson today, students? Nalingaw mo while learning, no, sa atong topic? I'm sure you are. That's good. Now we are back. We have just learned from our School on the Air radio teachers with our topic today, the particle nature of matter, particularly phase change between solid and liquid. Matters turn to solid state if we remove energy from it. And this change is called freezing. Okay, that's very clear from our lesson today, from the discussion of Sir Kevin John Argones. On the other hand, matters turn to liquid if we will add energy to it. So kung imong dugangan og energy ang matter, then mahimo siyang liquid. And this change is called melting. So freezing and melting, freezing, mugahi ang matter, melting, malanay ang matter. These are the two processes involved in the phase change of solid to liquid and vice versa. Now, students, I want you to get your modules and turn to page 9 to page 11. I want you to read carefully the given directions and start answering right after. You only have to encircle the letter of your choice. I will give you 10 minutes to answer all the items. Let's begin. Okay, I guess sumana mo og answer, no, sa page 9 to page 11 sa inyong module. That's good. Now, this is the end of our short quiz today. Did you answer all the items? Wow, good. Make sure that no item was left unanswered. Dili pwede nga na item nga wala na ansiran, kinahanglan ansiran tanan. So that we will know na naka-learn jud mo sa atong discussion today. To fully understand today's lesson, I want you to do the additional activity on page 11 in your Science 8 module. If you have any clarifications and additional questions, you can write it on a piece of paper and attach it on your modules so that your teachers will know once they have your modules when your parents returned it in your respective schools. Again, I would like to reiterate, it is your parents or guardians who will return the modules to your respective schools. And of course, your teachers are also willing to attend to your questions through calls, text messages, and even message through Facebook Messenger. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you for tuning in sa atuang leksyon karong adlaw, particle nature of matter, phase change between solid and liquid. This has been your host for today, Mr. Lee Baracchia from Zamboanga del Sur National High School.
And your school teacher, a radio teacher, Mr. Kevin Jan A. Argones of Napoleon National High School.
O kami moingon, daghang salamat sa pagpaminaw. I hope you are learning and enjoying at the same time. Sir Kevin, napakay gusto i-remind sa itong mga students?
Wala na Sir Lee, imuha nang nahatag tanan.
Hopefully, naka-learn kita nakatabang atong gamay nga pag-discuss para ma-facilitate ilang pag-answer sa module. Para po na ito magginikanan, dili kayo maglisod.
Yes,
Mao
Sir
ginato
Lee.
ang purpose, ultimate goal for this program. Radio-based instruction sa Pagadian City Division.
Yes.
On that note, thank you everyone. See you next meeting.
Okay, so thank you so much, no? Those are our radio broadcasters, Sir Kevin John Argones and Sir Baracchia of Zamboanga del Sur National High School. Si Sir Vin is my co-teacher from Napoleon National High School. Nindot kaayo pagka-deliver sa ilahang lesson. Di ba, Mamil?
Yes, nindot kaayo siya. They really stimulated the intellectual curiosity of our students.
Mm-hmm.
And they, the way they presented it, they made it easy for the parents and students to understand the lesson.
Okay. Mamil, kanibang unsay ngalan ani? Melting and freezing, no? Kaning freezing, ma'am, the same ra na siya sa solidification?
Most solid man siya. Turn into solid man siya
From liquid
From
to
liquid to
solid. So,
solid.
mura siya solidification, ma'am, no?
yes.
Aha, okay. Sir Din, di ba science teacher, sir? Kanang,
Science food siya.
kanang melting, sir. Kanang from solid to liquid.
To gas.
Is it the same with liquefaction? Mao ba na siya, sir?
Prepare mo na
Pareha
siya.
na sila sa
Yes,
mga
oh.
process na.
Oh, ang ato mga diri, kung makita to sa chemistry, doon natin gitawag na to og reactants and products.
Mhm.
But ang sikreto ani ma'am kanang gitawag na tog energy.
Yes, yes.
So tan-aon to sa chemistry ang symbol anang na is triangle.
Mhm.
That represent for energy, the process of kanang gitawag na to og endothermic.
Mhm.
So once nga there is an energy sama sa heat
Mhm.
gikan sa solid, masudlan ni siya og gitawag na to og heat or to energy.
Mo na
So,
siya endothermic.
Endothermic ang tawag na na.
Aha.
So ang mga hitabuan ng naa, ang katong iha mga solidified na to nga mga molecules,
Magbulag-bulag.
magbulag-bulag to siya.
Correct.
Maabot ni siya sa gitawag na to og
Liquefaction. Murag
to
melting.
boiling temperature.
Boiling temperature.
So
Okay.
dito magsukod sa maliquid na dahil.
Aha. Whereas kaning exothermic kana ng
Pagpagawas.
pagpagawas ng energy.
Yes.
Ma-recall pa bud baya jud ay nako gihapon.
Murag ma-review.
Aha.
Once makapaminaw
Correct, ma'am. Okay. So pag ang energy sa matter mugawas sa iyaha,
Exothermic.
exothermic to siya.
Mm.
So wala naman siya energy, dito na siya moadto siya freezing, no?
Mm. So in short, gikan sa solid, liquid to gas.
Yes, correct. Okay. So napabatay laing ikadungag ato mamil.
So, I think wala na nato. Murag kato na ato ang lesson.
Klaro man to pagka-deliver nilang Sir
yes.
Kevin, no?
Oo.
So murag wala na tay ikadungag ato. Mamil murag gamay na lang man pud atong oras. Mangayo mi sa imuhang mga parting lines.
Okay,
Oh.
thank you, Ma'am Shi and Sir Dean, sa atong duha ka mga teacher discussants, Mr. Baracchia and Mr. Argones. Thank you very much. Then we hope nga nakatabang kita nga mahimong mas masayon ang tubag sa atong mga students sa ilang modules in Science 7. Anyway, kung sa junior high, murag wala na kayo problema ang parents because our students can work independently. So sa tanan nga naminaw karon, daghan kaayong salamat sa inyong paghatag og panahon nga makapaminaw sa atong duha ka teacher discussants, Mr. Barakia and Mr. Kevin John Argones. Please invite our students to listen this program, Deped Pagadian, Edukasyon sa Kabataan, diri sa 105.7 Malindang Broadcasting Network every Monday for Science. Then watch and subscribe to Malindang Broadcasting Network YouTube channel for you always to be notified all of our lessons on the air. To everyone, thank you very much. Keep safe.
Okay, so wala na kay panahon. Doon na kay alas 8:52, una mga alas 9. So sa ato ang mga tigpaminaw diha sa ato ang tagatag sa Kapanimalay, ato ang mga estudyante, ato ang mga magtutudlo nga nakaroon sa ilang tagsa-tag sa classroom, ug sa tanang mga namina dinhi sa ato ang programa, daghang salamat sa inyong pagpaminaw o good morning kaninyong tanan.
Okay, sa ngalan sa tuang Schools Division Superintendent Sir Danny Cordova o sa tibuok RBI team sa Pagadian City Division, kini ang inyong ubos nga alagad, Cheryl Gansubin sa Napoleon National High School, nagaingong knowledge is power. Maayong buntag.
Atong napati ang usa ka oras ka programa. Deped Pagadian, Edukasyon sa Kabataan.